Alright. Is it working? Is it working? Is it working? Get my stage lighting. That production crew, I tell you what, this is all sticky and I don't know what it is. You know what? Well, that's ramping up. Nice. Well, that's ramping up. I'll pull up my pants. And I'm going to get something to wipe that off because I don't know what it is and it's grossing me out. And the funny thing of it is, Ma, is I'm the only one that ever touches it.
With the light?
Yeah, it has like some sort of sticky residue on it. I wonder what happened to the other one. I had two. Anyway, hello, welcome to my tube. My name's Marge. I'm a Hailk empath. I just like having these little talks on the way I feel about things. Today we feel pretty good. It's a pretty... No, Benny. You are not starting that. Come on now. Come on. Come on. Get over here. Come on. Everybody's been out. We'll go back out in a little bit. Come on. Come here. Come here. Benny. Get a drink. Hit that hydration station. Attaboy. That's what he wanted. I was in his freaking way. He wanted to the hydration station, to the water dish. Anyway, I hope folks are having a good day. We're having a pretty good day. We got up and started pretty up. First thing, watched Little Miss Sunshine. It's a funny movie. I forgot about parts in that, though. It kind of caught me by surprise. I was like, oh, yeah. That's a good movie. My brother used to say it reminded me of him, of the little girl. So I was always pudgy like that. I always carried stress in my stomach is the reason. Anyway, come on, Benny. You want back up? Come on, good boy.
Come on, Benny.
Come on, Benny.
Come on,
Come on. Good boy, Benny.
Good boy.
He has to get, like, escorted if any other dog... Because they've been... He's a good dog. He teaches me how to turn the other cheek because they freaking give him a hard time sometimes. Anyway... I haven't been sleeping like worth a damn. And that is not part. That is a part of halt. Never get too hungry, angry, lonely, or tired. And it's not my fault. I'm defying the halt. But it's just been crap. Because like part of it's Luna's got a limp. And so last night, late, and I even cut back my flour intake. You know. I've cut back because I have so much energy and it's just, I don't need to get heady. I need to not get heady. So I've cut back quite a bit. And so last night though, I was in fear. And because I was in the vibrational frequency of fear, I kept coming up with all these like fearful thoughts to make me, and it just kept and then I had to say like a bunch of prayers. And then I went, but it was like in my head. She had like I don't know. It was at the end, but today I don't want to say it because I don't want to make it a possibility even. So I'm not going to say it out loud. Today I was looking at her paw and she did have a nail, and I'm pretty good at them, but Tucker I have to take. I think I might just take her to the nail place because Tucker does so good with them and not me. I wonder if, the lady's real nice too, so it's worth the shot. Because she had one that was like it was kind of pointy and it was like resting on going into her pad, but wasn't going into her pad. This is why I'm hyper vigilant about everything. I have to be because the littlest little things can cause a lot of problems. So, she did let me trim it today. Not without fussing. Because I get so stressed that they get stressed. Because I don't want to hurt them. And then they're like, all they feel is the stress. And I'm just like, it's just... Benny kind of moans and groans about it. Artie's pretty good about it. But I just don't like doing the nail part. And I've tried Dremel. I've tried all kind of things over the years. Anyway, so how did I get to that from Oh, I was just not sleeping real well. And the energies, man, the energies are freaking just wild. But it's so nice, you know. I was thinking about that before I start. I'm late because I couldn't start my stream. I usually use Safari, and it wouldn't let me get to my page. So I tried Brave, and I had to like log into Google, and then like it wanted me to, you know, I don't want to do the 2-step verification. You know, it's just they saturate the world with tech, and then people can't get to their shit. It's just unuseful, and I don't even want to give them enough credit to, you know, say that I'm being singled out or shadowed, any of that. I just think the technology is made by a bunch of freaking lazy people, and it doesn't. It's just got too saturated, and it's all cogged up. And if you can get your crap to work, then I guess that's all divine. I guess your message is supposed, you know. And then now I'm on. What is this? What did I land on? What let me in? What browser is this? Oh no, this is Brave. It was. Which one did I try that was? What did I try? Now I gotta look. It was It was Chrome. It was Chrome. It wanted me to do all that stuff, and I was like, no, I don't want that. And then so I tried Brave, and it just had me like log into my Google account, and here I am. So that wasn't even, and you know, the dog's all wanting out. But anyway, it's been a really nice day, and I was talking to Mom. I said, you know, Mom, I've been stressed out for so long that I don't even really know, because most people, they live their lives where it's like, you know, yeah, stressful things happen, but I feel like my vibrational field has been in this perpetual state since I started my video. That's one of the reasons why I started it, because I knew that my whatever planetary alignments were going on, that it was going to be real hard few years for me. I just knew it. Didn't matter what I did. You know? It's just how it was. Didn't matter how hard I tried, and I tried hard. Getting turned down 67 times for jobs. You know? It was like, you know, I just quit. I just like, alright, Mom, I'll hang out with you. You know? I'll just hang out with you. Nobody wants me to work with them. Alright, I'll see if I can figure out other means. You know, I have all this freaking stuff to do, but for whatever reason, people do not like me in real life. It's weird.
Are they rude?
They can be. Whatever. Well, I could be rude. But I'm not usually rude first.
No,
I'm not usually...
You're not a rude person.
I'm not like an antagonist. I'm not like someone that like starts stuff. But if somebody starts stuff, I'll be around to say, hey, what's up? What are you starting? Why? Why are you starting this? What are you doing? Just go away. I've been a voice of reason. I've broken up a lot of fights in my life. Hi, Fragine. Your story was wild. I read it to Mom. And the energies, I had that happen to me similarly one time. Only I was playing cards, because on my dad's side, they're all playing. They're all game people, playing cards, all that kind of stuff. I learned how to play chess when I was like 3 years old. And my brother loved it. That's how he got good, because I would just keep playing and playing and playing, and he'd guilt me into just, come on, you know. And so I just always try all this different stuff, but, you know, these different things, you know, I played for quite a few years, but I never won, and I was just like, it's not fun, because I never won, but I never really cared and tried and all that stuff, and they have more of a mind for it, and I'd rather be outside looking at birds and stuff like that, you know, than trying to. I don't have to guess what people are gonna do next. That's what a lot of these wackadoos right now. Anyway, I'm getting off track. So we were playing cards, and I was drinking ice water, and I freaking tilted. Actually, it's not the same thing, but this is what I thought of when you told me your story today. and I bit down to break the ice, and it broke the glass in my mouth. And I was like, oh shit. So I had the lip of oh my goodness, oh Lord. Help me. See, it's amazing. It's my birthday week. I always get excited about my birthday week. And then my birthday comes and then I pout because I don't have any friends in real life and whatever. But maybe this year will be different. I don't care, really. I got some pretty cool people in my life. And, you know, we got a lot of movies. I was just going to watch this because I've never seen it. I've had it my brother got me this for Christmas probably in 2000. It was the year he went up to Iraq. It's the year that I got 2010. And it's still in its plastic. Because I didn't want to see how it ended. Firefly? I got the whole series in there somewhere. It's around here somewhere. And then I hung on to this because I didn't want to know how it ended. Even though I kind of know how it ends. So I think Mom and I are going to watch this. Oh wow. Anyway, so I've been in... Wait a minute, I was going way off track. Oh, I finished that story. So I've been in such a perpetual state of stress for such a long time that since we've been here, I mean, it just feels good. Like, I walk out all the time, outside. I'm going outside often. I'm going to post a series when I'm through here of photos of the sun coming through the beams of light in the backyard when I let the dogs out, you know? And it's just, and I get these pictures and then I bring them home and show Mom. So Mom gets to essentially experience life, you know, through photos. I love photography. I do. I'm pretty good at it too. I do. I've never been paid, not one for nothing. I always like take a bunch of pictures and then give them to people, you know. And then people don't ever think to pay me for it because I'm Marge. You know, it's like, my whole life has been like that. It's like, because I've always just done things, you know, but it's just like, people don't recognize what my value and worth is. Very few people. And then I go back to the whole, oh, that's because they don't recognize it in themselves. And the people that recognize it in themselves see it in me, or at least the potential in me. Tucker, get out of his face. He don't want you there. So, we had a pretty good day. So, but now it's like it feels good. Things feel good. And yeah, life is going to come up, you know, still and stuff, you know. But it's not constantly like, you know, I know we're going to be here for like a year, maybe a year and a half. Yeah, a year and a half. I know we got time, you know. And the world is as fast as it's changing right now. It's just like we're just like, as far as I'm concerned, things are going to... And then by that time, the dust is going to settle. And in some areas, I mean that in a very literal sense. So, Earth is changing. I saw there's a cluster of 3,000 like tremors up in Cascadia, you know? And welcome. Hi, it's Disambiguous 144. Glad to see you. And the Earth is just. Mom and I watch videos. We've been watching videos of Iceland and Guatemala. Guatemala. Anyway, something cool that happened today in the category of us in our storyline of finding out where we belong and who we are, and like because Mom was adopted in 1953, and so talked to a nice young man, James. He's doing art outside Walmart. I want to help that kid. I want to maybe sell some of his art and get him the proceeds because he's on the streets right now, and people know that's the thing is nobody needs to be on the streets, you know. There's a lot of people on the streets. Anyway, so he was telling me, I was like, yeah, we moved here, you know, and mom like, that's how I found out. That's how I like really came into Heyoka was 3 years ago when we found out mom's like 40%, and they always modified the number percentage and stuff, but it's like 40% Spanish and 30 something percent, like 31%, because they do like 25 plus 5 Mexico, but it's all native. It's all the same. It's all the same people. Her bloodline has been here since like the 1400s. The 1400s. That's how long your bloodline DNA, they calculate it going back to the 1500s. So I had one done. And then come to find out, because they tell you who your match is to, and like first, second cousin, third, fourth, you know, like you have a likelihood kind of a thing. So we email corresponded a few times a few years back, but I put it on the back burner because it was in one of those states that is so far away. Well, I revisited it after we got here to northern New Mexico, and these emails say, look up Cuesta. Look up people in Cuesta. That's like 20 miles from where we ended up. And if that ain't no miracle, because this New Mexico was never on my radar of places to live. It really wasn't. It was completely godly divine how we got here, you know. And I want to say thank you to sharing your testimony, Edward. I appreciate that. I want more people to share their testimony, you know, because the world, you actually triggered like a kind of like a scene for me of, I don't know if you've ever, there was a movie that Michael J. Fox did called Frighteners. I think it was like in the mid 1990s. I should look it up. Anyway. And when you said that, and as far as like, you know, and that's how I pictured it, is less like there are spirits that people do not see that are constantly biting for our souls and influence, right? Well, these spirits are influencing people in the direction of, and how you live your life is the direction of your soul, where it's going to go, source, or, you know, it's pretty wild. It's a trip, man. When I would imagine the world being like this when I was a kid. I did. I imagined it. Or just played the what if game. What if this happened? What if that happened? What? No, that would be too weird. Man, the power of thought. We create our own worlds. And I created mine, I don't know. I created mine to be very uncomfortable. But that's what was happening when I was completely driven by my ego. God had to take all that. God had to give me, deny me 67 jobs. Because of, I thought of, well, look at, like, because of my ego. That's what had to happen for my ego deflation. And other people will get their opportunity for their ego deflation. So, they're so nasty. And that's what I think when people wake up when people wake up in the middle of the night, just start praying your guts out. Just start until you fall back asleep. I don't know. I think I want to get that American, it's a certain kind of Bible. It's the one that Jesse recommends, of course, but, it's the American one. I don't remember the acronym for it, but that's when they're most active. And I believe, well, it hasn't been as like prominent since the shutdown because like a lot of the bars, but you open up the bars and you get these people that drink to get laid, you know. They go out and they want to, you know, and then they like people like intentionally find the drunkest because it'll be easy and all this seedy, nasty grossness stuff happens like after the bars close, right? The after hours, there's some gnarly stuff that happens in after hours. Dark, nasty stuff. Nothing good ever happened. That's why my ass is home in bed, because good shit don't happen like that. When I was a kid, I was all excited to see all that weird stuff, and then I saw it, and I was like, nope, I'll be home in bed, safe, tucked in, you know. But I believe these spirits also travel through freaking electricity and currents and stuff like that, and like you can get in a bad mood from, you know, from somebody imposing one on you, you know, with like a just intention is just real too. It's a trip, man. All this stuff. I'm gonna make sense to some people, I guess, because more and more people are starting to see this stuff for how it is. And I thank God for Jessie and her testimony, because if it weren't for her and, you know, and the people that have come out to speak because of her, because they got brave to tell their story, hey, okay, ain't ever gonna be, hey, okay, we ain't mainstream. No, we contrarian. We don't do what everybody else does. We live to see the other sides, or all sides, or as many sides, or I miss a lot of stuff though. Sometimes people come up with stuff and I'm like, what? Anyway, so the young man James, I came back to that. I found it again. He was telling me the story, and we around here, because we're Spanish, and so he's like, then that would put you in the Puebla. I'm not trying to not say it properly. I just don't know how to say it. Puebla. I'm guessing Pueblo. I thought it was Puebla. Okay, Pueblo. Anyway, see, because when I was a kid in Northern California in Redding, there was the Hupai. And I had a teacher, Mrs. Moon Freeman, and her tribe, people from her tribe came and danced for us, and I was like, I was like, that's it, you know. I've always been a kid of the earth. I don't do good in civilization and cities and stuff like that. And I did for years. I played the game. I played along, but that ain't for me. So I was looking at it, you know, and it's like Latin American. I said, Mom, we're Latin American and Native American. Is that Spanish? Are they Latin American? Are they anyway, just go along with my joke. Latin American and Native American, Ma. I still can't get a date. Those are like two of the sexiest freaking nationalities there are. Maybe because I didn't know. Now that I know, I'll act like it. Just kidding. I can't even play like that. That's so corny. Oh. You know, I haven't been in complete. I thank goodness I got me and Mom, and all the dogs. But yeah, we've been pretty isolated. I get ghosted a lot. I don't get answer. I got an answer back today. That was kind of nice, but usually I send people messages and people just don't even answer me. But as far as I know, they're not even getting the messages. So I don't take things. I try not to take things personal. I try not to. Now, I can feel when people are doing shit on purpose, and that's why I have very few friends, because, you know, they're just so too busy in their lives, and there's just so no place for me. So I just leave them be, you know. What's going on in the talkie room? You've been listening a long time, Edward? That's cool. I've been doing this 4 years now. 4 years I've been doing talks, and it's nice to see people in the talk room, in the chat room, because for a couple, it was like there was like nobody for like days. There nobody would watch, and then somebody would watch, or a couple people would watch. I'm not normal content, although I do have a lot of really great stories, and I think I'm going to start repeating them from the beginning, unless people go back and change, you know, and look for the older videos, because I talk a lot about what's happening now 3 years ago. Because I was in Salem, Oregon for the eclipse, and that That struck some cosmic chords in me. So, yep, it surely did. We had a pretty good day though, huh, Mom? Mom had ice cream 2 times and ate a whole avocado sandwich with Havarti cheese. See, that's the only thing is I gotta find a bakery, cause I'm used to like fancy breads. If I could find some like, cause they don't make fancy like. I mean, they got some. No, they didn't. Not in Albertsons. Not what I'm looking for. I want bread that you could smell through the plastic. You know, like bakery bread. You know, kinda, and then make, cause I can make some. God, I'm pretty good at. Mom's always encouraged me to make a cookbook, but I'm just like, it's always off the cuff, Mom. It's always off the cuff. But oh yeah, I'm calling it spiritual triage. I'm here to help for spiritual triage because I've been through a lot of stuff. It's that I watched a video today of an in London. It was on Twitter. I might have even retweeted it. Anyway, Twitter. I call it Twitter because it's stupid. Anyway, so it was in London, and I believe it was today. Oh, I gotta plug in my laptop. I believe it was today, and the people were surrounding the police, fighting back. And I was like, I'm like, this is what I've been waiting to see since I started making videos 3 years ago. All the stuff in Portland. Yeah, because it's, I don't know, I'm a pattern person, I'm a trend person, and I follow a lot of astrology, so, and psychology, all of that, you know. And watching, there's this one tall redheaded cop that they kind of zoomed in on, and this other cop was like, "You've been warned," right? I mean, he's huge, but it's just like, you can tell that these people were in trauma because they were, that guy, the redhead, and he was a big man too. He was a large man. And there's probably, I don't know, maybe 15, 17 of the cops, and they did all the back-to-back thing. And then they walk around, and then like they start making a line. It's so, anyway. But you could see, my point is, you could see that man was in trauma. Like, you could see that, and other people around him, that they, because people just like go in autumn, it's shock, they call it shock. They call it shock. Some of us get so good at shock and trauma, we just kind of walk through it while everybody else is going, wah, you know, and we're just like, oh, okay. The thing of it is, for me, I think it has a lot to do with the 6 anthrax vaccine shots I got in 6 months from the Air Force. Because you get 2 at a time. And they store it in formaldehyde, and don't get me started on that. But my system is in a heightened state. Now, I was born in a heightened state because Mom was under such duress when I was in vitro. Is that what it's called? In utero. So, I was born little and just a little, you know, but Mom said I never cried much. Never, like, when I put 2 years old, put a fishing hook through my tongue. But, you know, but I had much worse things happen to me. But it's Resurrection Day, so I'm not going to talk about that right now. My point is that I was thinking today of all the stuff, you know, that God has gotten us through. Like, even the other Easters when we were at freaking Greg's and he didn't have us where we were supposed to be on time, and then Mom showed up with the sheriff. That was awkward. All the years on, you know, because all of our holidays were on Greyhound buses, you know. Thank goodness I was listening, because, I guess the way I understand it is Right On Radio's YouTube channel got suspended for 2 weeks. So they are, I see no data, but it's still green. But they are over on Vimeo.
Over on what?
Vimeo, it's another platform. And they did a talk today, and they were talking about like how even Satan took over these holidays. Tucker, come here. These pagan holidays. And I was like, well, good thing we were always on a bus, so we weren't ever really participating. But it was really sweet, though. And that's why I think that people are feeling so good right now. Is because so many there are a lot of families that are getting together right now. They're getting together, and they're being in love. They're being in the vibrational frequency of love. And if more and more people do that and keep doing that, come here, Tuck, then we will raise the vibrational frequency of this whole freaking planet. Come here. Come on. I'll let you on just that for a little. Come here. So it was a beautiful thing to see the neighbors. There's like 10 cars, 11 cars today. You know, it's Resurrection Day. They're all in the backyard. I was like, Mom, come here, come look at this. And they're all like, I don't know what they were playing, but they were playing a game, and roars of laughter. And I was just like, Ma, I said, that is like, if there's anything that we missed out on in life, that's it. I participated in other people's, but I have always even been an outsider in my own family. Black sheep, weirdo, whatever. I was psychic, you know, from birth. I knew what people were, and I just would say things out loud, and people just didn't like me. It's their eyes. They have bad eyes. I'd walk up to the TV and watch and point at the TV. I remember doing it to Bill Cosby when I was 2. He used to do a show 3, 4. I was probably closer to 4. But 3. He has bad eyes. No, I was younger than that because it was before I could really talk. I'd say bad eyes. I watched a video last night. I was trying to tell Key Jin about it today in the chat, but I don't think it landed because I hate typing. And anyway, it was Dean Martin. Check it out. It was Dean Martin, and it was an interview on the Tonight Show, and he was drunk. And he was on his way to Frank Sinatra's birthday party. And Johnny Carson asked him, what did you get him? What did you get him for his birthday? And he's like, can you wrap glands? Glands. Tucker. That's what he said. Can you wrap glands? And the first thing I thought was the adrenal gland, because that's what all this that's what mainstream isn't important on, but like a big community group of people are seeing that they're doing all this terrible things to people for this gland. I'm not going to talk about it now, but that's what he said in the video. And like it was like Johnny said something, it was a joke, and then it was and then they laughed it off. But I'm just like, what? It's really weird. But all right, that's about all I got for now. I hope you had a rad. Luna's got to go outside. She wants to do her 7 o'clock walkabout. And